There's been this thinking out there for a long time that a standalone response of having people security in place, and also known as lockdown, is an adequate response to an active shooter, violent intruder, whatever you want to call it, type situation. There's a degree of inadequacy to that, because in so many times a securing in place policy will not either apply to the situation or will no longer apply to the situation given the circumstances of the event. And we've had many cases in the past where people found themselves under attack in an area where they could not secure in place, and yet securing in place is what they'd always been told they needed to do to stay safe. Find a room, lock the door, get in a corner, and then wait for the police to come handle the situation. There's just so many variables within that type of thinking that just aren't taken into account. How long is it going to take the police to get here while we're already under attack? National survey of police department code 3 response times show at least a 5-minute timeline at the low end of the average. Could be as many as 10-15 minutes of a code 3 response for local law enforcement to get to the scene. So you're waiting for the police to get here, and we know typically it's going to be 5 minutes before they get here. So that's a problem, because that means he has a period of time that he can operate within the facility basically at his will. There's no hindrance to him doing what he wants to do. The other fallacy, if you will, with the thinking that securing in place will always keep people safe, is that if we are secured, we're safe. He can't get to us. It's not a question of can they forcibly make entry and hurt people. That's already happened. Even as far back as Columbine, where the exterior doors of the building were not locked, but they were shot out anyway. Sandy Hook in 2012 was not the first time a glass exterior entry area that was secured had been breached. It happened at Columbine, even though the doors weren't locked. You look at Red Lake, Minnesota, the event there at Red Lake High School, where the young man came to the school. He first attacked the security guards who were at the entrance to the school. One of them was shot and killed. One of them got away and got into the office. They announced the lockdown. Classes were in session. Everyone was in classrooms. They shut and locked the door. They thought they were secured. But the attacker came to one classroom, and the door was locked, but he shot his way through the glass pane beside the door, make entry into the classroom, and hurt and killed people inside that room. So they were where they were supposed to be. They were doing what they were supposed to be doing, and yet it wasn't enough. And that's the biggest issue with securing in place as a sole strategy, is there's going to be times it just doesn't meet the needs of the people who find themselves in these events.